What's up, guys? So, told you I was going to keep making videos. I really have been pulling back on buying stuff. It's been really tough because I'm a Pokemaniac. I love collecting. Even once I've collected stuff, empty booster boxes, theme decks, Charizards, I'm still going to be looking for that stuff because I still think it has great resale and hold value. But this is very special, and I've waited 2 days to talk about this just because I haven't had time and I wanted to do it right, and I wanted to do a video as much as I wanted to peek and see everything for myself. So what we have here is a shadowless Charizard that I took to Comic-Con about 3 months ago. Now I thought it said 6 to 9 months for the standard return, which of course that didn't make sense. It must have been 60 to 90 days or something like that, because the turnaround was pretty much 90 days. Now, I'm okay with that because of the population reports. In terms of population reports, there's a very low population of Beckett Charizards, especially shadowless Charizards, and I'm sure first edition cards. And this makes sense. The higher grades, 8, 9, 10, there was, a couple hundred. But then you get to the lower grades, and I don't consider this really a low grade, but I'll show you guys in a minute. I know what grade this card scored, but I'm going to share it with you guys. And I'm also curious because I have no idea what the subgrades were. Yes, I got subgrades. That's what made this expensive. What I like about PSA is that you can get your cards within 5 weeks. Really like that. But what I loved about this experience was that I went in person. I handed my card over in person. It was the first time I did it, so I decided to just stick with one card and stick with one card that I really wanted to get graded, just to see how I did in terms of finding this card. I paid $375 for this card about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. This was my first shadowless Charizard I ever got. Recently, I got a PSA 6. That's right here. Super happy with that, by the way. That's one of the cleanest 6s I've ever seen. But yeah, let's get into it. Okay. How exactly am I supposed to get this out? Okay. Ooh. Oh, I'm gonna mess up everything. Messing up everything over here. Okay. Oh, this is just awesome. This is so awesome. My first ever graded card return, mind you. All right, so got some paper. They got a lot of, the way they packed this was super secure. I didn't know if there's anything else inside of this. Okay, so let's make sure that there's nothing else inside of it. That's just how they shipped it. I will reuse this again. If not, probably keep it because it is sentimental to me. This box had the first card I ever got graded, which was a Charizard, which I feel very good about. So I'm not even gonna look. I'm not even gonna look at the subgrades. I'm just so happy to have this card back, y'all. I'm so psyched. I remember when I originally sent this card off, I was like, guys, was this really worth it? I'm without one of my favorite cards now for a while, and there's no communication. That's just how the grading services are, I guess. I got an email that said, your card has been graded, and then I got another email, the card's been shipped out. That's that. They've got a ton of cards to get graded and check out. Oh, and they gave me more submission forms. They're like, hey, you should check us out again. Okay, so that's just some paperwork. Okay. Alright. They got this in this really nice little plastic, and I'm going to put this into a sleeve ASAP. Okay. I'm just going to show it to you guys. Now, what I love, we've got a 5. Now, what I love about these Beckett slabs, I really, really like the slab design. This feels a lot thicker, a lot sturdier, a lot better than a PSA slab, in my opinion. I like how it's see-through right there. I just think the design is very, very nice. I don't know if you guys can see those subgrades. I don't even know what the subgrades are, but let's just see here. Well, first things first, they pretty much centered this card perfectly. I'm shocked at how well they centered this card while it was in a sleeve. I was a little bit worried that because it's in a sleeve, that it would get screwed up. It's also something that I really, really like about this grading service is that you can send the cards in the sleeves. Honestly, this thing has surface scratches, kind of, is that a cut or is it a hair? It looks like a hair or something. Maybe a cut on the sleeve itself. Maybe I could have put it in a better sleeve. But there's, it's got a good bit of surface scratches. I'm really stoked this card got a 5. Really, really stoked. Let's see. The corners were good. I know so much more about cards now, so I'm looking at it like, wow. I think maybe this could have gotten a 4. Just based on the back and all the edge wear on the back. I'm really shocked this got a 5. This card is beautiful though. Wow! So, check this out. My centering got a 9. And I mean, the centering is really, really good on this card. Centering got a 9. That's outstanding. Corners 5, surface 5, edges 5.5. 5 overall. Okay, but the centering got a 9. That's crazy. Can you guys see that for the centering in this top area right here? It's a 9. This boy got a 9. Super happy with it. Definitely want to display this, show this card off. I'm probably going to put it right in front of the PSA one. But now I have 2 Shadowless Charizards. One's a 6 and one is a Beckett 5. Honestly, that PSA 6, it looks nicer. But this is my personal card, and it's kind of unique because it's the only one I have in a Beckett graded slab. Really, really beautiful card here. But yeah, guys, that's a wrap. I'm super stoked to have this card back. And yeah, it definitely looks like it has somehow got a hair in there. I could see how that would really frustrate people. I can't believe this card got a 5. It had to be because it was my first submission. From a little bit of ways, it looks like a perfect card. I wouldn't be surprised it got a 5. I'm definitely shocked about the centering of this card. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. And the crazy thing about this card is, you'd think the population would probably be around like, I don't know, 50, 60, maybe 100, maybe 150, something like that. 5 is right in the middle. You'd think it'd be more common. Definitely more common to see the higher grades just because that's what's going to be worth someone to send it in. But what's cool about this is that the population report for a Beckett 5 like this is actually 24. So there's only 24 of these Beckett 5s out there, and I have one of them. That's really cool, guys. The Skyridge Charizard that I got recently, we got our Skyridge box right here. Aquapolis, I still need to get that Crystal Lugia. But the Skyridge Charizard, there's I think 34 of them in existence for PSA 7. This is way cooler. The fact that there's 24 of these. I know populations don't necessarily, that's not like the end all say in a card's value, but this is just a stunning card and I'm extremely happy with it. Yeah, I'm even going to post that to my Instagram. I don't post anything really to my Instagram. Absolutely beautiful card. Beautiful card. All right, guys. That's a wrap. If you've ever thought about grading, I would say go for it. What was cool about my experience was that I was able to go to a convention and just stand in line and do it there. If I would have known how good this experience would have been, I have a lot of other Charizards. I have mostly based on limited Charizards, probably would score a lower grade than this. So it makes me realize this is why people shoot for, you know, buying a mint card that's really expensive, because then you get it graded and the value jumps. Anyways, I'm looking over to my display case right now. Like, there are so many cards in there that I would love to get graded. Anyways, peace out, guys. This is just my latest. I'm gonna try and put something up soon, but no guarantees. I definitely more than likely am going to splurge a little bit at some point and order something in. I'm just not sure what it's gonna be. I'm trying to like budget shop right now and just find something that, you know, I'd be happy to do content, to create new content. You know, I don't need to buy stuff to create content. Nobody does. But for me, it's just exciting to share the things that, you know, I'm finding and that I'm searching for with you guys. It sucks because I went to Portugal and then the subscriptions started just like edging out a little bit. So I'm excited to get back to making videos, and hopefully people just share my passion for the hobby and can, you know, shout me out to their friends and say, hey, look at this guy, he's been collecting, he has an awesome collection. I don't know, I definitely want to chop it up with other collectors and investors. That's another thing that, you know, I want to do a video on is Pokemon is a solid investment. There's a recession right now. Stocks are plummeting. My stock holding is plummeting right now. Guys, I'm almost done with the video, okay? You guys can wrestle and bark at each other when I'm done. But yeah, I just think it's interesting how all these markets are kind of crashing. And Pokemon cards, something that seems like would be really volatile just because people get these collections like myself, and then you're strapped for cash, and then you have to sell, you know, a bunch of your stuff, and sometimes, you know, sell it for a little bit of a loss. I just feel like that's not quite happening in the hobby. I feel like prices are staying very stable. People are still bidding top dollar. People are still asking top dollar. Anyways, the collectibles market is a completely different market, but I figured that it would follow the stock market, and I figured, hey, if I watch this market, even while everything is tanking, maybe this is a good time. It's a good time to buy stocks, I think, even though it could be an even better time to buy them a couple months down the road. But I think it's a solid time to continue buying Pokemon products, especially graded stuff that kind of has more protection and has more of a cemented value. But yeah, this opens a whole new avenue for me. Maybe I'll do a video next, like kind of picking out some cards I kind of want to get graded, and then see what you guys think. See if anybody leaves any comments like, hey, that's the one that you should get graded, or you should send all those Charizards in. It's just now getting this grade back. This was a pretty strong card for me personally. Now I'm thinking my other Charizards, with my taste and spending and getting the right deal, I think that I shot for probably 3s or 4s in the grading scale. And I bought, you know, a Legendary Collection Charizard that was a PSA 3, just to, you know, kind of see what I was looking for, and it had a big crease. So it makes me think, okay, none of my Charizards have creases, so I think they would at least get 4s. And having them graded in a 4 is still probably going to be a lot better value than just being the raw cards. And I'm also thinking maybe I'll just wait for another event where Beckett comes in and I can get all of my personal cards graded by Beckett. Because I've been saying since I got this card sent off to Beckett, I've been saying that I kind of think that this is the upper echelon of grading. I mean, this slab just looks unbelievably nice. Unbelievably nice. I'm just loving this. I'm super stoked about this grade, especially with all the surface scratches. I'm surprised they didn't give me anything less than a 5. Outstanding. Outstanding. All right, guys. Peace out. Thanks for watching.